Hi everybody, good morning and welcome back. Today we are going to discuss a scenario, a very common actually problem that I am starting to read a lot about from messages. What happens in the relationship when one partner is making more than the other? What happens when it's the woman in the relationship, and what does it do to a man's ego? How do you navigate through these very common issues? The first thing that I will say is communication. Communication and reassurance go so far. You can imagine that when you got into the relationship, there was probably already an established, okay, she does this for a living, he does this for a living, or whoever you're dating. It shouldn't be the basis of the relationship per se. Because when you're really with somebody for the right reasons, you understand, for me as a woman, whatever man I stand behind, I'm going to make him grow. He has got to grow because I'm going to continue to grow. When you see your life and you have these goals and aspirations and you're trying to grab onto them, you understand that your partner, at the very least, needs to possess a form of ambition, some sort of ambition and drive, motivation. Now, if they didn't have the same opportunities, they don't have degrees, they aren't at the same level of income as you, okay, so help them. If you really find the person fitting for you, then you will stand behind whoever you are with and understand that you are only as strong as your partner is. They need help, you stand behind them and you help them. Love should be unconditional. It shouldn't have a cusp or a cutoff or, certain criterias, because that's not unconditional love. And it should not be based around a dollar amount. It's not a competition. It's a relationship. And when two people decide to come together, you guys are already one in one. You're an individual, your partner is an individual. You guys have got to understand the needs, the wants, the desires, and bring it together. Again, communication. See, when a man decides that he wants to get into a relationship with a woman, and then he picks a woman that is extremely successful, he already sees that. He already knows that. He's not blind. So he's already going to think to himself, she may not need me. So if I'm going to get in a relationship with this woman, I know I need to bring it. Remember, these thoughts and this process that he's going to go through, that's him. You can do what you can do as far as reassuring him, but let him go through that. That is a self issue. If he struggles with any sort of insecurities, an inferiority complex, and he's not where he needs to be for himself or wants to be yet for himself, then he's going to need time. And you should give him that time. Again, you can also stand by his side. Words of affirmation and reassurance can take a guy or anybody, male, female, that is unsure and make them blossom. It is amazing what love and patience and communication really does in a partnership. So rather than looking at this like it's a negative thing, it doesn't have to be a negative thing. This is where maturity and communication and, life experience comes in. Understanding that the way you treat people, especially the people that are close to you and the people you love, carries so far. You've got to understand that what you have today may be lost tomorrow. So you can't get too comfortable either. You can't get beside yourself. You need to always humble yourself. And you need to be careful with the bridges that you burn. Never forget where you came from. Because what you have today is not guaranteed. Life changes in an instant. And you just never know when that rug will get pulled out from under you. You always want to make sure every day you function with some sort of integrity, some sort of respect, some sort of kindness. Nobody is invisible. Nobody is entitled. Nobody is better than. Maybe people think that they are, but nobody is. The CEO to a building and the janitor to the building, they, to me, are equal. Maybe their dollar amount is different. Of course their dollar amount is different. And their job descriptions are completely different. But if that CEO doesn't show that janitor some darn respect, that CEO is so darn beside themselves, they should be ashamed. Should be absolutely ashamed. The same thing goes for a partnership. So what your partner isn't where they feel they want to be? So what either party is making more than the other? Acknowledge the needs, the wants, and the desires. Come together and make it work. So long as it's what you want. Understand that the relationship is two people coming together to make something that can be beautiful. Realize that you are going to get opinions, perspectives, and feelings about your own relationship. But if you are mentally strong enough, none of that matters. All that matters is what you and your partner want. You can always acknowledge and thank people for their opinions. Or you can tell them that you don't want to hear it. Because you do realize that anytime you start allowing people into your personal space, your orbit, things can shift, things can get amplified, things can become exaggerated, things can become what they're not even. Things don't have to be that big. It doesn't have to go that route. Again, this comes down to communication. Make sure, as a partner and as a human, you guys give those words of affirmation. Words of affirmation are the best things that you can give to anybody. It is okay to tell people you are proud. It is okay to tell people that you appreciate even the smallest of gestures. Understand that when somebody trying alone, trying should never be overlooked. Some people don't care enough to try. So if you have somebody in your life that is trying or fighting, don't overlook it. Don't be clueless. The grass is not always greener on the other side. Don't find that out the hard way. Open your eyes. Pay attention. Love the people that deserve. Be respectful to everybody. Words of affirmation and communication are the foundation to a lot of things. So utilize it. Hopefully you guys found this information helpful. Hopefully you can go ahead and like and follow my Instagram at littlefit_nurse. Tag somebody that you feel needs to hear this. We all get in and out of relationships. Maybe certain portions of this are relatable, maybe certain aren't. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for paying attention. Thank you so much for listening. My Snapchat, FitPHIT_nurse25. Thanks so much for your time. Have a good day.